welcome back to another video. My name is Jill and today I'm going to be doing my pretty small April wrap-up and my May TBR. So let's get started. So yeah, like I just said, I really did not end up reading a bunch in April. It's just that everything has been completely crazy and I've been so busy and I've just been in the worst reading slump ever. Like I haven't wanted to do anything book related. I've just been in such a terrible slump and it's driving me crazy. So I've actually only completed 2 books this month and I'm currently reading 2. I'm going to finish one of them today. So obviously that is like way less than I normally read, but you know, what you gonna do? Let's just get into it. So the first book that I completed in the month of April was Attachments by Rainbow Rowell, and this is one of Rainbow Rowell's adult contemporary books. So essentially Attachments follows 2 main characters. It follows a guy named Lincoln and a woman named Beth, and basically Lincoln gets this job where he has to read people's emails at this one company. He really doesn't want to do this, but he doesn't really have any other jobs. He doesn't really know what he's going to do with his life, so it's kind of fine for now. And then Beth and her friend actually end up emailing back and forth really personal emails, and Lincoln ends up just reading these emails and eventually just falls in love with Beth through these emails. And it was really cute. It was slightly creepy. It's definitely not my favorite Rainbow Rowell book. I don't remember how many stars I gave it, but I did have a few problems with it, mostly because this book is an adult contemporary and it was set in like 1999. So a ton of the references I just didn't get, which isn't a fault of Rainbow Rowell, it's more of a me thing, but it's just every single other page there was some kind of reference to either an actor or a musician or an event or all kinds of stuff that I just didn't get, so it just wasn't as enjoyable to me as, let's say, her YA books. Also, I just thought the whole romance thing was just a little bit too creepy, and I know the point is for it to seem creepy, but it was really hard to get over the creepiness factor. So yeah, those are my thoughts on this one. Definitely like her YA books much more. And the second book that I read this month was one that I read for school, which I just loved so much, obviously, and that was Hamlet by William Shakespeare. I love Shakespeare. If you're new here, hi. I'm Jill. I love Shakespeare. Like, I'm completely and totally in love with Shakespeare. And this is his longest play, and it follows a prince named Hamlet, and his father has been killed by his uncle, and then he's trying to get revenge, and it's just, I loved it so much. Of like the themes of madness that are discussed in this book, and yeah, I really loved it. I mean, I love all of Shakespeare's plays, to be honest, but this one was really enjoyable. I still really love King Lear and Othello more than Hamlet, but Hamlet is definitely probably my 3rd favorite right now. And now onto the 2 books that I am currently reading. The first one, which I hope that I'll finish sometime, I started it a really long time ago, but that is 13 Reasons Why by J. Asher. Obviously, I picked this book up because the Netflix show has been sweeping the world. I swear, like everywhere I go, like when it first came out, so many people were talking about it. I really wanted to see the show, but I bought this book a couple months ago so that I could read it before I watched the show, so I wanted to read it before I watched a show, obviously. But overall, I'm very, very conflicted on my thoughts on this book. I feel like it's very problematic like this far, so it might be amended by the end of the book, but as of right now, I'm not exactly sure how I feel about it. I just feel like there are a ton of problems, which I'm pretty sure is like the point of the book and of the TV show too, but I'm just not exactly sure if I agree with all the hype that's been surrounding this book. If you escaped the hype or don't know what this book is about, it follows a girl named Hannah Baker, and she commits suicide, and she makes these 13 tapes and she sends them to these 13 different people, which are basically reasons, like people are the reasons why she killed herself. So it's a very heavy book, it's a very serious topic, and I am so thrilled that the show is getting recognition and that so many people are watching it, but I just know some people just aren't even know what to say. I just feel like it's not being hyped in exactly the right way. Like, I know so many people that are like fangirling about the series are talking about how attractive the guys are in this book, or talking about, like, I saw like promposal signs that had to do with this book, and that kind of hype I feel like is too much and completely missing the point of this book. But I am really happy that it is getting recognition. I just don't know whether everyone is completely understanding the weight that this book is carrying. I don't know if that makes sense. That was like a really long ramble about that, but I'm hoping to finish the book. I probably will, but I just don't even know what I'm feeling right now, so I just sort of put it aside because I just didn't really know what was going on in my feelings. And the next book that I'm currently reading should come as to no surprise, and I'm going to be finishing this book tonight, and that is A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas. This is my reread in anticipation of Aquawar, which comes out in 2 days. I cannot handle it. Like, if you see me, like, if you think that this is me freaking out, you don't even know. Okay, so this is how much I've tabbed so far. I'm obsessed, and reading this book again has made me fall even more in love with it. I've said many times on my channel this is my favorite book of all time ever, and even I was afraid, like, rereading it that it wouldn't be as good as the first time around, and like it's like even better than the first time around, and I just love it so much, and I'm so nervous for Aquawar, but I'm so excited for it, and I just can't. I love my Reese so much. I love all these people so much, and like seeing like all the foreshadowing, and definitely during this reread I have focused a lot on not Reese and Feyre. I focused on like Azriel and Cassian and Mor and Amren and Nesta and Elaine, and I've just focused a lot on them more and like marking passages having to do with them, because obviously the first time around I was so caught up in Reese and Feyre that I didn't completely follow and retain all the stuff about his inner circle, but just reading about them, and I just love everyone in this book besides Tamlin the Tool, but everyone else is great, and I love this book so much. And to my May TBR, while we're in the same vein of A Court of Mist and Fury, you bet that I'm gonna be reading A Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J. Maas the day it comes out. I actually didn't order mine online. I have my copy saved at my local bookstore, so there's no possibility that I'm going to be getting mine early. So many people are getting theirs early, and it drives me crazy. I'm so jealous. But the day that it comes out, I'm not going to do anything else. I'm just going to read it. Nothing else is going to get done, because literally I'm going to just be reading this and dying. Next up is a book that I have to read for book club, and that is The Upside of Unrequited by Becky Albertalli. I'm so excited to read this book because Becky Albertalli is the author of Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda, which was one of my favorite books of 2016. I love that book. It is so cute. Essentially, this book follows a girl named Molly, and she has just a ton of unrequited crushes, and then her sister actually gets a new girlfriend, and with that girlfriend comes a love interest that Molly actually might be able to get a requited love story going with. If this book is anything like Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda, I'm sure it's going to be adorable and hilarious, and I just cannot wait, and it sounds like such a lighthearted, wonderful story, and I just can't wait. I know it's going to be adorable. Next up, I really want to get to Flame in the Mist by Renee Ahdieh. This book comes out in May, and I was lucky enough to get an advanced reader copy from my local bookstore. This is a Mulan retelling by one of my favorite authors of all time. Renee Ahdieh wrote the Wrath and the Dawn duology, and yeah, basically Mulan retelling. It should be a wonderful time, and Renee Ahdieh, the thing that I love about her is that her writing is so gorgeous, and I'm sure that this book is going to be gorgeous as well, and I can't wait. I'm going to be reading it very soon, that's for sure. And finally, I really want to get to The Crowns of Croswald by D.E. Knight. If you haven't seen my previous video, I actually was lucky enough to receive this arc from the publicist, and I did a whole cute little unboxing. And also, if you guys are still interested, I'm doing a giveaway for a free copy of this book. I'm going to be picking the winner sometime later tonight, so if you haven't entered in that, definitely go enter it right now. Anyway, I actually really want to read this book. It sounds like a wonderful middle grade story. There's this girl named Ivy who has always lived on the border of this enchanted place, and when she crosses it, basically her powers are awakened, and I'm sure lots of crazy stuff happens, and I'm just really excited because it sounds like such a fun ride. So yeah, definitely excited. Anyway, so there you guys have it. That was my short little April wrap-up and May TBR. I hope you guys all enjoyed. Give it a like if you did, subscribe if you are new here, and comment down below a book that you really want to get to in May. And also, if you're so excited for Aquawar like I am, like I'm dying. And my Goodreads, Twitter, Bookstagram, and Instagram all linked down below if you guys want to follow me on those those platforms. And yeah, thanks again so much for watching. I will see you guys later in another video.